First things first, my name is Eric Brown. I'm from the New York area. Been in Hyperfund now for about 5 months and a tremendous amount of success. As a matter of fact, I have seen this much success in my whole time in this industry. So we got a real powerful opportunity. We got owners that care, and this thing is so huge. So we put this call for this webinar so we can answer questions for a lot of the leaders as we got people all over the world joining us. But listen, I'm super excited. There is no better that I felt can go ahead and spearhead this. People are getting in. Wow. But anyway, a little bit about our guest, and a lot of people already know Bitcoin Rodney. He started his journey about 15, 16 months ago. Listen, he flew out to Hong Kong, met the owners, been at the corporate, he even started to move. He's got his three biggest teams were in China, Africa, and Italy. Okay. Now, 5 months when I got in, there was really no United States presence. But now we are really moving, headed up by a young lady out of the Maryland, DC area called Bitcoin Beauty. And we're rocking this thing. But listen, without further ado, I'm going to let my man, my friend, my mentor, we call him Bitcoin Rodney. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you very much, man, Eric. And I want to let everyone know I cannot really afford to keep paying Eric to say all these nice things about me. I got to admit that Eric called me up and he said, Rodney, you know, I want to do a small Q&A, just meet a few people, something intimate, you know what I mean? Not many people, maybe 20, 30 people, maybe, Rodney. And here we are now, almost on 200 people. So, Eric, you told me a little fib. You know, this is a big Zoom, but no matter what, I can handle it. Not a problem at all. Guys, I'm glad you're here. My job is to make sure that you're more comfortable at learning the information from a bird's eye view from an individual who's been in for over a year and a half now. And the actual year and a half that I've been in, I got to admit, I've been in the industry for a while. Some of you guys know that. And I've never seen anything. I don't think anyone's seen anything that has this amount of such a great track record for this period of time during this wonderful occasion of the crypto boom or the blockchain. So we all have to be very, very excited about what we have our hands on. So I've heard them, 99% of you guys have actually already heard the presentation, and you may have a few questions. And since I have the longest track record in the company, I can probably answer majority of the questions. Whatever question I cannot answer, I can probably get the answer to within a short period of time and get it to you one way or another. So please, without further ado, if anyone has any questions, I'm the type of guy, I love interacting when I do my Zooms, because I don't want to just talk to be talking. I want to talk about what you want to hear, what makes you happy, what makes you satisfied. So whatever question that you guys want to ask me on here, chances are I can answer it. So please, by show of hands, if you raise your hand, and I'll just pick you, let me know who you are, who's your upline, where you're from, and I will try my best to answer your questions to the best of my ability. That okay with you guys? If that's okay with you guys, put a 1 in the chat box. All righty. So right now we're looking at, man, about 170 people we have here on the Zoom. That's pretty exciting for short notice, and it's getting longer and bigger and bigger and bigger. Go ahead, cool. All right, so the first person we have on here with a question is Darrell Alexander. So Darrell, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question.
Oh, yes. I was wondering, do you have a printout to how we exchange the money? Because they have helped me, but I'm not going to remember all the steps.
To answer that question, so his question was, do we have a printout of how to, I guess, fund accounts.
Exchange our funds when we exchange it from US dollars to our a wallet and everything.
Yes, a number of the leaders inside of Hyper have their own. Everybody has their own different methods of how they actually fund their accounts or exchange their money from fiat to actually USDT. Some people use um, Paybis. Some people use Kraken. Some people use the Olay platform. Some use Exodus. Some use Binance. Some use, so there's many different ways. So it depends on who your upline is, what they're doing, and everyone is figuring out different ways to do different things. So there's not just one way to do it. There are multiple ways to do it. So just get with your upline person and see what they're doing and find out that particular way to do it, and they may have that worked out already on paper. So just,
Okay.
I mean, I don't have this one. I have multiple ways I do it myself as well. So you got to be, tricky with it, and figure out the way. But once you get it, you got it.
Okay, thank you.
You got it, Darrell. All right, who will be next?
Hey, Rodney.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, this is Eric. Maybe you can kind of tell them a little bit about your experiences meeting the owners and when you went to Hong Kong and you seen the corporate office.
Yeah, sure. I mean, my stories always stayed the same. And I'll be very, very honest. When I first heard about this, I was already beat up. I was already been chewed up and spit out in the industry because not I had already been to a few deals. Some did well, some did not do well. And in that last deal, that was very, very huge. It really put like a dent in my heart. Like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, But when the guy brought it to me, and I was like, no, not really. I really didn't understand not one thing he told me, not one. However, I gave the guy a little bit of respect because I knew him. We've been in business before, and we've always made money. I said, oh, you know what? I'll go ahead and throw $1,000 in. Threw $1,000 in, and I still didn't know what I was doing. All I heard was I'm earning money every single day, and I ain't got to do nothing. I'm like, all right, whatever. So, I did share it with a few other people, friends of mine, who kept asking me, hey, man, do you have anything new out? So I shared it with them. And lo and behold, every person that I showed it to, they knew about it, they were excited about it, and they wanted in, and they brought their whole teams in. They knew more about it than I did. They were super excited. Like, man, this is it. This is so great. I was like, yeah, it is great, isn't it? But I still didn't know what I had my hands on. But I did not give up. I just kept on going with the flow. I just played along with it. And to be honest, for 3 months, I did not know what I had at all. Not one thing. But everyone who came in, they were more experienced, I guess, in this type of business, and they were excited about it. So I just rode the wave. I didn't quit. I didn't talk bad about it. I just rode the wave. And then there was the contest that came up, and then they said, hey, whoever does this amount of volume in the next 30 days or 90 days, whatever it was at that time, gets to go to the home office and meet, the management team and go to this big event, to win these awards and whatever else. So I said, hey, I need to go up there and see what's really going on. So I put my pedal to the metal, and I hit the mark. I ended up going to Hong Kong. And let me tell you, it was an experience I was not prepared for. Now, I've been to several events across the world, right? I mean, elaborate events. But the most important thing I got out of this particular event was that these guys weren't just two guys who got together and were trying to put together a deal in the basement or a deal in the garage. These guys were already super, super, super successful. They were already, multi-billionaires with a B, by the way, with a B. So they weren't in it just to get over on people. They weren't in it to get started and to run away with the money in the next 3 to 6 months. So the guys from the top had my attention, right? So I ended up having a meeting with one of the actual individuals, Mr. Sam Lee, and who's one of the owners. And I was like, so man, what's the end goal here, man? How long you guys plan on doing this thing here? You know, I need to know. So I don't want to just bring my team in and you guys are gone next week, right? So Rodney, we don't have, you know, a 1 year plan. We don't have a 2 year plan. We don't have a 3 year plan. We have a 5 to a 10-year plan. That is our plan. Now, 5 to 10-year plan sounds a lot better to me than a 3-week plan or a 3-month plan and gone with your money plan, you know? And they have an exit plan. And their exit plan was to get together 30 million users so they can create their own IPO. So let me tell you what that exit plan means to me. Let's say, for example, that they create their own IPO, they have their own coin, and they call it the bald head crypto guy coin, just for an example. They call it that. And say that coin was like 0.0001 cents, right? Lower than a penny, right? Now, if we all as a team, all 30 million of us got that coin for free, depending on where you were in the company, and then it went from 0.001 cent to $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever the possibilities could be, then we would never need to get three times your money anymore. That is our exit plan. I mean, we'll be rich beyond our wildest dreams. Think about those guys who joined Facebook in the beginning, or joined Microsoft in the beginning, or joined Dell from the beginning, or joined any of these major corporations at the beginning. Now, no, they don't need to work anymore, right? So that is a great exit plan for those who get it right now and build a community to help come up with 30 million users. So that's pretty exciting to me. That's a goal that, you know, we all need to work on and as building as much as we can. Now, this is a deal that you don't need to bring anybody in order to be successful. You can do this on your own. You don't need a team, right? Or you can share it with those you love as well. It's strictly up to you. It is your strategy that you want to do. Some guys want to put in, you know, $500,000, $1 million, 10,000, whatever, and build their own accounts on their own. But most of the individuals that I've seen so far who've done that over a year's time have seen the growth and now are sharing it with others because you say, wow, this thing really does work. And in the beginning, you're like me. Well, I can afford to lose $1,000. So if I lose it, you know, so what? So these guys now are building their successes off their own measure and now sharing it with others. And now others are being able to come in and see what they've done over a year's period of time. What about that? We have an incredible, superior track record. A superior track record. There's been maybe 50 deals that have come and gone in the last year and a half and some change, and not here anymore. We are still here. Why? Because this company bases their success on stability. We don't pay out a bunch of what you call it, fast start bonuses. You know, you bring somebody in for 10 grand, then we pay you out 20%, you know, of what they brought in. No, we only earn after you earn. So if you're earning $500 a day, we earn a percentage of what you earn, not of what you put in. So that's the exciting part about that. That is what makes this thing more stable than 99.99% of everything that I have seen, right? So I don't know if when you guys saw that, if that is what you saw or what someone told you, but I'm telling you this from my experience, what I have seen and what I have witnessed. And I can tell you right now, if you guys put your foot to the ground and you can go to work for the next 90 to 120 or to the next 160 days, I have proof of individuals, single moms, single dads at this point today whose lives have now changed. I mean, completely, by the way, I mean, completely changed. I mean, who went from maybe $1,000 a month or two in income to $2,000 or $3,000 a day now in income. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be everybody. You guys could be more. Some of you might be less, but at least you'll be earning something. The most important thing I think is good to mention is that everyone on my entire team of thousands of people, every person is earning. Not one person is not earning. It's very hard to say for any company that everybody in your company is earning. I mean, most people companies they ain't saying that because you gotta do this to get paid, you gotta do that to get paid. Or we're all on the same playing field. We're all here on the same playing field. Now, I could brag and boast about the money I'm making, but I don't want to. I want to brag and boast about the people who come after me and lives have changed. That is what is exciting to me. To see, people go from zero to hero, who stuck with it. Guys who said did their own due diligence. And because remember this, when I first came in, there was no great videos. There was no Zoom meetings. There was no training. There was no weekend training. There was no nothing available. I had to learn all this on our own, or we had to learn all this on our own. And here we are today, a year and a half later, and we're very, very excited. Now, one thing I want to mention to you guys, and my issue is I'm excited, so I talk fast sometimes. And sometimes I run my words into each other. So if there's anything that I've said incorrectly or you did not get, please feel free to ask me again. I will gladly repeat it. I know I talk funny and look funny, but that's okay. So that is my actual experience so far with Hyper. I've actually got to go back to Dubai 3 weeks ago, and meet with the owners again, and it was even more exciting again than it was the first time. So, guys, if you guys could be in my shoes right now for just a day, you would never return to your own self. I guarantee it. You would never return. But you know what? You are your own selves. So take it from me. And I'm hoping my energy and excitement I can forward it to you. You can feel the energy from where I'm coming from. This is not hype. I'm not a hype type of guy. I keep it real, all the way real. If it's wrong, I'm gonna say, look, shit ain't working. But if it's working, it's working. And it's working real well. So based upon the information I just provided with you guys, I'm gonna answer some of these questions here, the hands being raised, and go from there. Hope you don't mind. So the first person I see hand raised is Troy Vija. Troy, unmute yourself and ask the question. I can't hear you, Troy.
My mic was shut off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm so glad we met 4.5 months ago because this is incredible. I'm already up to between 3 positions. I'm up to 4,250 a day.
Wow. So you're one of those guys. I remember the first time I met Troy, and they were a little skeptical. You know what I mean? He said, we just want to meet Bitcoin Rodney and see what he's doing. You know what I mean? But he got through it. And here he is today with a VIP 304, about to hit VIP 5, and 5-6 months, lives have changed. The money's still flowing. He's excited. His whole team is exploding. You know what I mean? I'm excited for him and his whole team.
Well, thanks for that, Rodney, and you've been a big part of that, big help. When are you moving to Dubai?
Okay, now I've been working on that all week, all month. I think I'm gonna go back. I was gonna go back in April until I heard that for the sun is just about right above your head and it'll burn you to death. So I'm gonna wait till maybe October to go back up there to finish doing my paperwork. I'm doing the paperwork now. And I'm just getting a spot up there to like vacation and be next to the company so I can keep my eyes on them. You know what I mean? See what's going on.
Are you working with the company? I know you're in direct contact and you've got a direct text link to Ryan Zhu, but are you working with them on some of the things to make this a little bit more user-friendly?
Yes, they're working on a portion of the Hyper app It's going to be there or in our back offices to help us make things pretty much more user friendly than it is right now. It's getting, I mean, right now it's pretty user friendly. You know, if I can use it, anybody can. And I'm not a tech guy. I just hire tech people to do the work for me, which makes me look good. But, you know, but they are going to be working on that, on the part of making it a little bit more easier for people to be able to exchange from fiat to their crypto or USDT. But that's not the easiest thing to do, because then you're messing around with, you know, other laws, and they got to, you know, make sure that it's, you know, keeps everything where it is right now. We don't want any other issues. You know what I mean? So.
Right. I understand there's an issue with using a credit card or something like that right on the app, because now you got various money laws and things.
Right. Exactly. But there are other platforms out there that if somebody can go to and use credit card, debit card. But the one thing that most people don't understand is that there's a cost to do business, and they're scared of paying, you know, 5% or 8% or 10%. I mean, I understand there are fees to pay, but once you get in the system, you're getting 3 times your money. So, you know, you're getting your money right back anyway. So that's just a cost of doing business. Now, if you can avoid some of these fees by getting it smaller or another platform, then all means find the best form, the best way to do it. I get that part.
Right on. So I've got the reason I jumped on here is I've got a friend. He's a big leader. He's in Frank Schuneman's group, and he wants to know if he can open an office. I believe he's up in Canada, and he's building in the Asian community. They like to do a lot of face-to-face type business, and if he can open an office, you know, could he use the Hyperfund logo as long as he followed it with independent member or something like that?
Independent contractor. Now, I'm not going to say you cannot, because I went to an office in Hong Kong. However, I would get with, let me do some more. I don't want to say yes, because then then if it does happen, something happened, I said so. So let me find this. There is a compliance officer that we just hired, and they're gonna say what we can say, what we can't say, because there's a lot of, even right now, there's a lot of people acting like a cowboy or a cowgirl on YouTube, saying things they shouldn't be said, and we don't want to put out the wrong, you know, message to individuals that, you know, that we're an investment company or this, that, and the other, because we're not, you know. And we need to put across the proper message so this thing stays afloat instead of someone sinking us, right? And that's what happens most times, is that there's not enough compliance out there to control what's going on. So we're working on that right now. And as soon as they come on board, which I think could be anytime in the next 2 weeks, then I have a better answer for you about that person who had that office. I'm not the one that said they can say yay or nay until we go through the compliance. And we talk about this a lot in our managers meetings about the compliance out there. And we want to make sure that, you know, we don't have people trying to sink us on purpose.
Right on. Well, thanks for that. I'm going to turn it over to someone else. There's a lot of hands up.
Okay, you got it. Thanks a lot, Troy. Huh? Okay, next I see Eric. Eric Malaysia, I guess.
You sure? You don't.
My house is a mess right now. Can you hear me?
Why?
Okay, hold on 1 second. When I need everybody. Hold on.
You don't want me to count?
No. Okay. Hello, Rodney. This is Eric Melissa from Wisconsin.
Oh, Eric Melissa, I apologize, man. I butchered your name. Please forgive me.
That's okay. That's okay. I've heard worse.
Okay,
But,
okay.
It's an honor to be here. I've heard of you several years ago. So when I heard your name just recently, I was like, oh yeah, I remember him. And I have some questions because I've recently been burned myself by these promise to pay companies, right? And I have a team, and one of the things I promised them is that I would scrutinize any opportunity that, you know, even closer, right? And even this place that I was a part of, one of the leaders was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in constant contact with this person every day through email." Right? I believe this person was duped themselves. Right?
Right.
So, and I'm not faulting this leader at all. Right? I guess what I'm saying for myself and for people that are probably on here that have been burned as well, is there any like recording of the meeting of you and Ryan Zhu or Sam Lee or addressing this company?
Yes, there is. And there are several individuals that have this actual video. I believe that Troy has this video on his YouTube channel of me, Keith, Kapesh, actually interviewing Mr. Ryan Yu in Dubai recently. So if you ask Troy or someone to put that video inside the chat, so everyone can see it. That way, it is not a secret. It is not something being held, but withheld. I want to make everybody know this. There's always a possibility that you can lose everything. Okay, we don't guarantee anything. The only thing I'm guaranteeing you is an awesome so far track record. That's the only thing I'm guaranteeing. That's all I can guarantee is, and so far we had a great track record and all the positives that we've been able to accomplish so far. Has it been all uphill? No. We had a few IT clicks or deals we had to get through, but we got through them and made sure that everyone was happy as well. So I don't mean nothing is perfect, but I haven't seen anything this close to being that way since I've been in the industry.
Thank you, Ryan. I mean, excuse me, Rodney.
Yeah, we all look alike. I get it. All right. So next, I think I have Kendall Baker.
Yes, how you doing? Hey, what's happening?
What's going on?
I'm Bishop Dr. Kendall Baker from Houston, Texas. Good to be on the phone. Good to be on the line tonight. I represent Houston. I'm on vacation in Miami right now. And I just want to piggyback on some of the things you said. Truly cannot guarantee nobody. I am new to the Bitcoin industry in terms of these investment programs. And the company Burax just run off with 46,000 of my money, but it didn't stop me after I heard about you.
Right.
Do you know enough about this company? And I've already put my money in. I have a lot of other pastors that are still skeptical, but some are still coming because we walk by faith and not by sight. Do you know enough to feel comfortable that if they do decide to change courses, will they give us our money back, or will they do just a stop withdrawal, or just like you said, you can lose it all again?
That's a very, very good question. And I don't have an answer for that per se. I'm not going to sit here and say I do have an answer for that. All I can do is be 1,000% honest on what I do know. Right. And what I do know is that if there is an issue, I would hope that the team that I'm on, as far as the management, they would give us some indication that, hey, we're going to go from 3 times your money down to 2 times your money or 2.5 times your money. And they have told us in the beginning, if it gets to that point, that we will let you know. And it has at one time gotten to that point. So when we first got started with this deal, we were at 3.5 times your money. Okay. But they said it will not always be that way. Right. So, and then one time we were at 2 times your money, then back up to 2.5 times your money, then back up to 3 times your money because the market was able to bear that. Now, the only way I can see, this is my opinion only, what all I can see is that if the market dropped down to 0, then we're all going to be in that bucket of crabs, trying to get out, right? I don't see that happening anytime soon. So what I do say to everyone on here, only put in what you can afford to gamble with, and then play with that. And then as things get better, you can add more and add more. And then as soon as you get a chance, take out what you put in. No one else will tell you that. I'm telling you that. Get out what you put in over time. That way you're only playing with the house's money. Does that make sense? As long as you play with the house's money, you got your money out. That's all the best that you could do. That is the best strategy I have. So when I was in here, when I was doing this deal in the very beginning, what I would do for the first 6, 7 months, I actually just compounded every single day. And then I said, wait a minute, let me see if I can get my money out. And see, let me see if this thing works. So every month after that, I let my money accumulate from the 25th to the 1st of each month. And whatever amount that was, I took it out, paid a bill or something. And then from the 2nd to the 25th again, I'd rebuy. And on the 25th, accumulated to the 1st, took it out, right? So now I am confident enough that I actually put back in between 75 to 100,000 a month is what I put back in now. So that shows you the confidence that I have. But that's just my confidence. I'm not telling you that you got to do that. But I walk by faith too, and I walk by sight. I need two. I need both things. So it's been working by faith and by sight, and my faith is the reason why I'm still here. So hope that helped out some. I can't hear you.
Yeah, Rodney, I appreciate that. My upline to Willie, and it's because you met the owners that I have more confidence. And I know I got to see you, your brother, like me, like my brother from another mother. I have confidence. I won't put in no more than I can lose. But I think your relationship with the owners give a lot of people confidence that you can hold them a little accountable, and they just won't shut the website down like these other folk did and just go anywhere. They'll have a little bit more moral values than the other folk.
Well, let me say this. So I can say this part here with confidence. There was a deal that I believe the owners put together with someone else a long time ago. And those individuals did not abide by the proper governing issues or business, whatever, right? So I think they were shut down, but not because of the owners. And when the owners found out what happened, they went back and made sure that every person got their money back. You see what I'm saying? So when I read that and found out the information about that, that made me feel a lot more safe as well.
Okay.
So, but even if that did happen again or didn't happen again, my strategy to tell everyone what I've learned in this business, because I've known plenty of owners before that still ran off, right? None of them as high up as Ryan, you and Sam Lee. We're talking about people who own part of exchanges, owns exchanges. They're on Amazon Prime, all right? None this big ever. There's no deal in the industry with owners like we have. None.
Okay, good.
All right. So we do have the cream of the crop. But and again, hindsight says, hey, still put in what you can afford to gamble with, work your way up, take out as much as you can, and still build. Get your seed money out and play with the house's money. That's the name of the game. Because you can't lose it all. I have to say that. So if there's recordings ever out in the public, people say, oh, Rodney said, you know what I mean? So.
Thank you, Rodney. Appreciate it.
All right. So next we go to, let me see, Albert. I'm not going to try and pronounce that last name for the X.
John. Hey, Ronnie, it's good to see you the very first time.
Okay, all right.
You're the guy that we need to follow. Okay. Thank you for bringing this to us. Question I have is that, can I sign my company under myself?
Yes, you can. You're allowed to have as many accounts as you actually want. That's strictly up to you. However, now let me go into another strategy here, if you don't mind me saying.
Sure.
Now, remember, so for those of you guys who do not know, the only way to rank up or to get paid from your people that you actually share the program with. So if you want to get paid 2 levels deep, you got to make sure you have at least 2 people on your front line. If you want to get paid 3 levels deep, make sure you have at least 3 people front line, and so on and so on and so on. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So if you sign up your company up under you or vice versa, and you want to get paid on that level, make sure you have at least 2 people on your front line. Makes sense, Albert?
Just say that again. I got some distraction.
Okay, if you want to get paid on, let's say you want to get paid 3 levels deep, right?
Yes.
3 levels deep, 3 levels down. 1, 2, 3. If you want to get paid on 3 levels deep, you got to have at least 3 people front line. So the goal is for those of you here who want to maximize the comp plan, max it out, have a minimum of 20 people front line. That would get you paid 20 levels deep.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So you want to get paid 5 levels down, make sure you have at least 5 people front line
Okay.
that are paid members, by the way.
Yes.
Not just people signed up.
Understand. And now next question is, can I sign non-profit organization?
It don't matter. Look, this is crypto. They don't ask you for their CO13, what's it called? Their status.
Yes.
They don't ask for that. They'll ask for a username, an email address, and that's it. They don't ask for that. This is not a regular fiat deal. It's crypto. So they don't ask, for statuses.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, next we got Tommy Sky.
That's Skid.
Skid. on here, it only shows. Okay, now I see the whole word.
That was my nickname, Skid.
It said SKI.
All right, not a question, just a statement.
Go ahead.
You're not funny looking, and you're speaking the right speed. Believe me. So I'm loving what you're saying, and that's all I really wanted to say, Brad.
Hey man, I appreciate that, and I work on myself on a daily basis. I'm nowhere near perfect, just almost perfect. Just kidding.
Where are you from, Rodney?
I'm from Washington, D.C.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Skid. I see a Baltimore Orioles hat on. I'm right by Baltimore.
I play for Baltimore.
Is that right?
Played with Cal Ripken.
Hey, you know what? People say we look alike.
Little bit.
Just a little bit. Right? Appreciate that.
All right, brother.
So next we have on here is, oh, you know what? I just see the picture now. You used to be a picture. Oh my God. Congratulations. We have a celebrity on here. Congrats, Tommy Skid Row. Got it.
All right, man.
Got it. Okay, now we have Margaret VR. I can't see the whole word.
Hey, aloha, Bitcoin Rodney. It's Margaret from Hawaii. How are you?
You know what, Margaret, I gotta say this to you, Margaret. I love Hawaii. I actually live in Kaneohe. My stepfather was in the Marine Corps, so I spent a lot of time in Hawaii. Get that right there. A lot of luau's, a lot of fishing. I enjoy Hawaii.
Well, that's fantastic. We'll have to get you an ISI record so you can listen to that while you work, or probably you already have a few of ISI. He's one of my favorites.
There you go.
I'm on the Big Island, but I wanted to say thank you for this fantastic opportunity. I thank you for all of the work that you've done to go ahead on and move it forward, because we really, all of us are here because of you and your work. That's first of all. And the other thing is I'm extremely ecstatic at Troy's suggestion to go ahead on and accumulate some MOFs, molecular future.
Right.
I did the math. I came in with only a $300 package. I added another $300 later, but I was doing the math as to my draws because I wanted to make sure that this is a piggy bank that we can actually unlock the key to and actually take the money out when we need from the piggy bank, not just the piggy bank that's locked, and then we keep accumulating and accumulating and you can never get anything out. So I got enough molecular future out. Obviously, I did have to spend it, and I had to pay bills. But we did the math the other day with one of my prospects and one of my downline actually, and I found out that the value of the molecular future that I have already withdrawn was $3,500. I mean, that's like fantabulous. So it really tells us that the company is on the up and up, and that we can not just put the money in, but actually we can draw it out. We can create a little bit of a savings in our Who wallet and huddle some of that crypto and really come out ahead. So not only with the Who in our Hyper, but if we just manage to save a little bit of that MOF, I think we're going to do fantastically. So I just wanted to express my gratitude and thank also Troy for his leadership, as well as Baldhead Crypto Guy. We really appreciate him as well, and everyone else. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Margaret, let me give you some tips here. So I was telling a lot of my teammates, and I was posting this on Facebook a lot. I'm like, MOF, you know, and because it got all the way down to about, I think, like 7 or 8 or 9 cents. And I saw it easing up. I said, oh, let me just start stacking up on this MOF. I know it's the company's coin. And eventually, in my opinion, it's going to go back up. So I spent like 134,000 buying MOF. And it went from 7 cents to 46 cents today. Oh, how exciting is that? And, you know, and that's a company.
Cha-ching.
Huh?
That's a big cha-ching, my friend.
Oh, definitely a big cha-ching. And the one thing I like about what we have our hands on, and this is what I teach a lot of my clients, is this right here is, let me see, remember this. So what I do is, people say, Rodney, I want to buy Bitcoin. I want to be in the Bitcoin thing like you. I said, no, you do not want to be a part of the market yet. The market will kill you. The market it's up and down. It's a roller coaster. It'll take you on a crazy, crazy move. Get into a platform that's going to give you 15 to 30% a month, an average of 0.5% to 1% a day. Get you a steady income before you throw your money in the market and maybe lose it. Get a steady income, make some money here, withdraw from this platform, then play with the market. You know, that's the best way to do it, unless you have money to blow or play with or gamble with, then you can throw it into the market. But our platform helps us earn extra money to go play with in the market. So that's one thing that's very important. I teach my clients, hey, so now let's go here and buy some MOF. Let's go here and buy some this and buy some that. And then, you know, watch the white paper, watch, you know, the different signs online or the news innuendo about certain coins. And then sometimes get some information prior to, you know, it getting live. So, I mean, we're in the best position I think that we can be in right now to take advantage of what we have as a platform and the market as well. So, Margaret, I am glad you're doing well. I am glad that you took your 300 and quadrupled it. And now you can go buy a bunch of pineapples and sugar cane.
Pineapples are real good. I love pineapples.
Yes.
So we really appreciate you. And is there any way we can get a copy of today's recorded call down the line? Are you going to be able to publish that or not?
Yeah, as soon as we're done and it renders, I'll send a copy to Eric, the guy who put this together, and then he'll be able to get it to all you guys. And then I maybe put it also into the Telegram group. So make sure all you guys are all a part of the main Telegram group as well.
Right.
It's okay to be in your uplines groups, but make sure that you're in the main group. That way you get the main information and it's not watered down as well.
All right. Thank you so much.
You got it. Next,
aloha
to you too. Next we have the legend of the bald-head crypto guy.
I don't know about a legend.
The legend.
All I know is that 5 months ago, ladies and gentlemen, I spoke to who is a legend. I never knew the legend. All I knew is that he had made a lot of money. And I said, quite simply, where did it come from? And when he told me that Italy was #1 with 5 million and China was #2 with 3 million and Africa was #3 with 2 million. And I said, where's the United States? I'm a school teacher. I ask a lot of questions. Where's the United States? And he said, down at the bottom. Very simple. He said, they came to the United States. They said to me, show me the money. We said, we just started. This is good, but I can't show you a lot of money. They said, well, come back. Well, he came back 10 months later on a call that I was invited by Bitcoin Beauty, Winston Thomas, Marcus Davis, my friend of 30 years, at 11 p.m. at night, and we were on the call to 1 o'clock in the morning, just the way we are right now, with the transparency of what he was saying and the transparency of his back office. No BS. I said to Marcus, there's no one in the United States. Let's get busy. And that's what we've done. I went from $2.50. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to put 10 grand in this. My wife said, that ain't gonna happen. Here's $500. So that's $2.50. A month later, it's $100. A month later, it's $250. A month later, it's $500. A month later, it's $1,000. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing over $2,500 a day. This is ridiculous, okay? This kind of money, it's unbelievable, but you know what? It's good and it's true because it's happening. From everything that's being said, that you want to take it out, you want to move it here, you want to move it there. I bought a little MOF for 20 cents. It's 40 cents. I doubled my money. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to thank Eric for putting this together. I got to say that, again, putting this whole event and all these people together, that's a powerful statement that the leaders from around this country and around the world are coming together for something that's going to be the biggest thing in networking, the biggest thing in digital currency, the biggest thing in blockchain technology. When you've been in this long enough to not only hear what Rodney says, but see what Rodney says, you become totally kryptonized. You become totally like the Rock of Gibraltar. All your questions, folks, are good. All your Zooms that we've done to answer questions, to show and tell, you will find in the long term that this was the deal. We've all been in those deals that come and go. We've heard it. We've heard about free stock. We've heard of all these things before. I can only tell you that this one is doing everything they said. And the man behind the mic has done everything he said to me. And I've never met him before, but he's on it. He texts you. He does the Zooms. He comes to Miami. He goes to the Lamborghini rally. He calls me up and says, I'm in Miami. I said, I'm there like a flash. I would have, listen, ladies and gentlemen, he knows me. And now we've known each other our whole lives because he is someone who's about the people. Again, making money is one thing. Helping people is something else. You must have a bigger mission. You must have a why. He is going to show you how. The company's going to show you how. Keith and Kapesh are going to show you how. Amanda's going to show you how. We'll learn it over time. I've been on every call except one because a call that he said that he put out, that Troy just put out on the thing called the Summit. I was so enthused with that 3-way interview that I missed the training because I spent 2 hours sending that out. But you know what? I still don't know it all. You don't have to know it all. What you know, what we do is to share the video, share the Zooms, share what we do. You don't have to completely understand it, explain it. But you know what? This thing is going to do the most wildest things. And the question I said to Rodney is, how big do you think it's going to be? What are the future projects? When you start hearing what those are, you'll just say, oh my God, thank goodness we're here today.
Hey, you know what? Let me say this to you guys out here and mark my words and write this down and take notes. When you put in your mind right now that, oh, it's too good to be true. Let me tell you what's too good to be true. At one time, there was these two guys called the Wright brothers who said they were going to be able to fly a plane in the air. That was too good to be true. And now today, you can go to any airport and have 20-ton planes flying, a chunk of metal flying through the air. Now that was too good to be true. One day, a man said, I'm going to invent the incandescent light bulb. And he tried 10,000 times and he failed. But now you can go anywhere in the world, any home, hit a switch and have light. That was too good to be true. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, 700 to 800 millionaires are made a day in crypto. Let me repeat that. 700 to 800 people a day are becoming millionaires in crypto. This is not too good to be true. It's becoming normal. And you can be a part of that. What's abnormal, if you be in a world where they are explaining and talking about on the news crypto every single day and you don't get a part, and you don't become a part of it. That would be abnormal. That would be one day when your kids would ask you, say, Mom and Dad, during the time when crypto was booming, did you get a part of that? Did you keep on trying? Now that is a question you got to answer one day. So understand, this is not too good to be true. It is what it is. Let me tell you what's too good to be true. One day when I heard about, back in my day, I'm a little older, when they had cassette tapes. And then one day they said, oh, from now on, everything will be on a CD and a little disc. You can put it in the machine. I'm like, nah, never. You know what I mean? And today, you don't even need that. The music is straight out of the air, some kind of way. I mean, I never knew that would happen in my lifetime. And here we are. So don't think that what you have is too good to be true. It is normal. It's just not normal to you as of yet. If that makes sense. I don't want to start preaching here, because I can start preaching and the bishop might tell me get off of here. So who's next? So thank you, Mr. Ball, guy.
Hey, Rodney. Rodney, Eric here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Beautiful. We got a lot of people asking questions. I'm getting text messages. Can you kind of talk about a little bit about the banks they own and the Visa card and the different locations?
I cannot talk about the actual the banks they have. I don't know enough about it to actually I do, but not enough to put publicly yet. There's a lot of things still being certified and solidified. So I will save that question for another Zoom when I'm allowed to speak on everything that some information we know about that that's happening, but I don't want to put it on a recorder yet until they say it's okay to say this publicly.
Understand.
We do have a Hyperpay card with a Visa card. I have the card, and and it connects to your Hyperpay app. And it does work. I have one. I have not used it, but I do have it. Okay, so I can say that as well. You can go right to the Hyperpay download app, and you can actually download it and order it. I think for 30 or 40 bucks, and get one yourself as well. And we have a lot of individuals who do use it. I just haven't used it yet because I pay for most stuff in crypto, so I don't really need to do that. So, but I do have it just in case.
Absolutely. Good stuff. And I've seen Kalpesh use his, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
I've seen it use it while I was in Dubai, so it does work.
Okay, beautiful. Here's another question too. We have a ton of leaders on here, Rodney. Guys that have made a tremendous amount of money, and they like the show me type of guy. Just wanted to know, maybe at the end, if we stop the recording, you can go into your back office if possible. It's totally up to you.
I will not do that, but what I will do on a smaller scale.
Got you.
Of individuals, I will do that because I've done it before, and I've asked individuals not to screenshot my stuff, and I end up seeing my stuff on other people's YouTube videos now. After I asked politely several times to not screenshot my back office because it can get me in trouble. And people just hard-headed, just couldn't believe it. Now my stuff is all over the YouTube. Not that I won't do it, but I need to do it in a smaller setting. So I don't want to seem like that I'm trying to incentivize people to come in just by showing them my back office. Even right now, if I showed you my back office right now, and you see my numbers, it's still unbelievable.
Yeah, well, I mean, according to you, it looks like an international phone number.
Phone number, exactly, right.
Here's another question. Maybe you could share with them what your this was this month. Can you go there or?
Oh boy, you got to pull in my teeth today.
Well, you don't have to. Well, put it this way. I've seen it, so I can tell. Is multiple six figures. Is that good? Is that good enough?
Yeah. Multiple.
Yeah, it's incredible. But anyway, appreciate that, Rodney.
What's more important is not what I made. What's more important is what you made or what they made. What you guys are making. That's what's more exciting to me. I mean, I'm good. I'm glad. I'm happy. But I'm more happy by the success of those lives that you and I are touching. That's what's most important to me.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Any other questions, folks? He's here. We got the man here. Let's utilize him.
Yeah, you only got a few more minutes before I start charging Eric, send him an invoice.
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
My name is Mike. Mike Owens. I'm from Dallas. I'm on Marcus Davis's team.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can answer this or not, but it's a question about the hyperpay. So we were taught, we were told that when we first came in, that if you bought Bitcoin with a hypercard, that you would earn 10% a day on your Bitcoin if you bought Bitcoin with the card.
I don't think that was true at all. I never heard that before, but I do think you'd earn 10% a year if by staking on the Hyperpay. And there is a group called Hyperpay on Telegram where all those questions are actually answered daily. I see it all the time.
Okay. Well, even if it's 1%, my question was, do you earn that just by being in the Hyperpay app, or does it have to be on the card?
That's a good question. I do not know that answer to that question.
All right.
That'd be one of the questions that you guys put on the list that I can get some more information on, or jump into that Hyperpay group. And because we're going to start having Hyperpay training, right? And I'm not well versed on the Hyperpay app. And to me, the Hyperpay app is very, very busy but exciting. I'm still playing with it myself.
Yeah.
So
well, I've been using it for about 3 or 4 weeks to fund people in my downline, and man, I love it. It's the best app I've ever used to fund.
You might be able to teach me. Hey, guess what? You don't need to know everything in order to earn money in this deal, as you can tell.
Oh yeah, I found that out already.
Exactly.
Thanks, Rodney.
Cool.
I have a question with regards to paying.
Who is that?
Hello, my name is Stephen Bembry from Detroit, Michigan.
Hey,
the
Stephen,
guy who introduced me to the business, we were trying to make some payments last night, and I guess my banks they didn't recognize it. So they called me this morning. I got everything squared away, but when I tried to do it, still got the same issue. So just wondering if you got any advice on, does that, how I'm kind of frustrated. Like, why they not letting it go through? I think they trying to stop me from, getting involved. But
yeah, a lot of banks don't want to lose business by you taking your money from a bank and putting it somewhere else. They will always tell you, it's suspicious activity, or their name, all kind of stuff, or make sure it's legit. Do you know the person? I've come across so many individuals, not just in this company here, but a lot of companies where the banks won't allow it, or they'll try to talk you out of it. You know what I mean? Make you frustrated. However, I know how to get around that. Trust me. I do this every day, all day long. So who's your upline?
I guess his name is Don. Hey Don, you on this call? Man.
You can find me on Facebook and send me a message. And I don't care who your upline is. I'm willing to help out when I have the time. When you have about 15, 20,000 people on your team, there's only 24 hours in a day. But I try my best to get to every person when I can. And getting you in the system is very important. So message me via Telegram, or you can always book me for an appointment for at least 15 minutes for free, or at bitcoinrodney.com. You can book me. I'll help you out.
Hey, Rodney, it's Coach Chris here.
Yes, what's up, Chris?
How you doing, man? Hey, quick question for you. In the back office, they're doing some changes just in the cosmetics and things that are coming. Could you shed some light on, what's coming and a time frame on what's coming in the back office?
Yes, I can. What's coming is, and you guys haven't seen it yet, we have something called the Hyper Mall that is coming. 1 second. Full screen. Oh, wait a minute. I'm over playing with the buttons here. Wait a minute. Here we go. All right, we have the Hyper Mall that's coming, where you guys will be able to spend your certified inside the Hyper Mall as well. A portion will be for upcoming events and coins. Another portion will be to spend your money across the world in certain malls with the certified through Hyper Mall. That's coming. Hyper Talk that is coming, where everybody in the company will be able to socialize the same way you may be doing on Facebook or Instagram and things of that sort as well. We'll be able to exchange funds and this, that, and the other also on these platforms as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background that you guys don't have no clue that's coming. I mean, we're even about to get back into mining, even more huger than we were in the very beginning, right? So, and that came from the management team. I don't know if I should say that or not, but now you know. But so that's coming as well. So
I was
there's
able
a
to
lot
ask
more
the question,
opportunities
man.
coming.
He said he know how to get around it, but I got to get in touch with him. But I'm driving, man. I wasn't able to, get all the information. Did you catch any of that?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes. Yeah. Will there be reporting like the genealogy where you can see your downline?
No. Okay. Yes and no. You're only allowed to see, who you brought in, but you will be able to see the accumulation of the entire team's volume. And there are legal reasons for that. So if you want to know the details in that, get with me off the recording and I'll explain to you.
Thank you.
All right. So far, guys, do me a favor. If I'm doing a very good job at answering these questions, please put a 1 inside the chat. I just want to make sure I'm doing okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're killing it, partner. You're killing it. Don't worry.
I'm trying. I'm over here trying, man. I'm trying. I want to thank all you guys for spending your evening, with me on here to help you guys out. I appreciate it.
Hey, Rodney. How you doing, Rodney? This is Keith Walden here. How you doing?
Hi, Keith. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I had a question for you and a quick comment.
Sure,
I just want to say that thank you again for taking the time to your busy schedule to do this for us. My sponsor is the gentleman that has been talking a few minutes ago, Eric Brown.
Okay.
Eric and I, we go way, way back, and I can honestly say that I'm so happy, so excited of finding this opportunity.
Okay, you gotta unmute one more time.
I'm sorry. I know Eric has been doing an incredible job, and I really appreciate everything that he's done. And like I said, I was saying that Eric and I go way back, and we've been through a lot of different companies, some great opportunities, some not so great, made a lot of money, lost money. And so it's so exciting to finally find something that you can feel comfortable about. Like you said, there's no guarantees, there's also risk in everything. But this, I got started back in December, strictly passive, because I came out of a negative experience, and I just wanted to just see how this thing worked, and I was loving it. And I had a conversation with Eric. I said, yeah, it's going very good, man. So far, my passive is X and Y. And he said, oh, that's great. And I'm earning so-and-so. I said, you're earning what? And my eyes just got like this. I was like, wait a minute. I got to get busy on the active side of this program. So we started that about a month or so ago, and things are going fantastic. The group's growing very, very fast. And I'm just so excited about this opportunity. Again, thank you for the time. My question is, I know it's during the pandemic and we can't really get together because of social distancing and so on, but do you think there'll be a time when they'll be having any kind of like, conventions or trips or opportunities to get together?
Yes, so that was the plan prior to the pandemic. I mean, I just made it back to the US right a day or two before they closed the borders when I was over in Hong Kong.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then it started over here. But when I was in Dubai recently, the company is doing a lot of their moving of their offices to Dubai, right? So because they're heading up new expansions and new things that they're going to be doing for us and with us, and that's going to be done from Dubai. So, but they're waiting for things to calm down just a little bit because they don't want to excite any situations health-wise. But they are in some talks right now. Once things calm down a little bit with the pandemic, and then they can do things safely, then yes, I have spoken about that. That has been brought up already as well. And the one that we did in Dubai recently was only a very small handful of people. It was not anything large. It was just like the top leaders, and that was it. and that was only for one day. But we had a lot of great events up there, though. I had a great time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anybody else? Guys, you got 3 more minutes.
Well, let me go ahead and get in here. What's going on? Bitcoin Rodney. This is Janelle.
Hey,
So
Janelle.
good to see you. So look, I wanted to know more about branding. That's my thing because I kind of reached out to you in the last few days. And so I did secure, I went to GoDaddy, did secure. So I am Crypto Lady J.
There you go.
.com.
There you
And
go.
so what is about another 3 things like, do I do a Google business page? What's the next step of making sure I'm really out there outside of just talking to people?
All right, so let me start right here before I hang up. And let me mention one more thing before I answer that question. Number one, guys, the most important question I've been getting from a lot of you guys is, Rodney, where is the new funnel? All right, so lo and behold, the funnel will be done within the next 72 hours. This funnel will do all kinds of things for you. It will collect leads. It will send out emails for you. It will give a lot of the information of the company already on the website. It will help convert. You'll be able to keep your leads into a contact list, the whole 9 yards. This will be available hopefully within the next 72 hours. So don't message me. Talk to you, because the top VIP 5s will get it first, and then they'll be able to give it to their downlines and so on and so on and so on and so on. It's to be available within the next 72 hours. We're testing it right now and adding stuff to it as we go. It's going to be a one-stop shop. Everything will be in there. Is there any videos in Spanish? Yes, there are videos in Spanish, Fernando. Now, back to you.
Is there a cost for that?
There will be a cost of $297 one time for it.
$297? Okay.
Yep. It will be able, and you'll be able to link your own AWeber, your own MailChimp, constant contact. It have its own contact thing within inside of it. We're even going to run automatic emails to your leads for you. So we're going to do all kinds of stuff.
So all we have to do is just make sure that we're driving people to the funnel, to the website.
There you go. We're even going to have an option to purchase traffic as well. And you'll be able to use the same traffic that I use. If you want to use mine, if you want to use someone else's, you can. So it's up to you.
What?
Yep.
We about to blow this thing crazy.
And that's what I used in the very beginning. I used traffic. 90% of my business came from traffic outside the country.
I remember you said that.
Yep.
Because the people in the U.S. were not very.
You were BSing.
Yes, they were. Because we're so to the thing of everything's a pyramid, everything's a scam.
Right.
They can't see that we're really making money with this.
Right. So another good thing you guys need to understand is you guys got the whole U.S. and everything else waiting on you. You guys are the first. You guys, I'm the number one in the whole United States, I think. You know, maybe some better.
Right.
But you guys can go get everyone if you so choose to. No matter where they are. I mean, the world is your oyster. Trust me. I mean, 99% of people have not heard about it yet. Or if they heard about it, they haven't got in. It's still here. We're still making it happen every single day. We haven't failed. We're wide open. So back to your question, Janelle.
Yes.
Now you want to do is you want to build a website. Get you a nice website with your name on there. Like right now, you can go to bitcoinrodney.com, and that should give you a good idea of how it should look. It should have an opt-in page. Number one, opt-in page. It must collect data. Okay. You see my hat. Get you some clothes to say, stop wearing Gucci all the time and put on Crypto Lady J. Put that on. Look, you have no idea how much money I've made because I had bitcoinrodney.com on my shirts, or on my pants, or on my shoe, or on my car. I've made millions just because of that. Now, don't get me wrong, I do wear a lot of designer stuff a lot, but it's not for me. I wear it because that's what the world likes. It attracts them to me to make more money. There is a method to the madness.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
I mean, when you go to the Pepsi plant, right? The Pepsi plant make all the employees wear Pepsi on their clothing.
That's true.
You know, there's a dude. His name is Louis Vuitton, and he put it on his hat, and now everybody wear it. And now he get paid. Now I've seen that. I said, if Louis can do it, so can Mr. Rodney Burton. So I said, let me be sure I brand myself properly. So when people say, "What's your name?" I say, "Bitcoin Rodney." You say, "No, it's Rodney." I said, "No, it's Bitcoin Rodney to you." You know what I mean? So you got to be actually adamant about your brand.
Okay.
Your brand is what's going to take you into the next century, the next income level. And people see that you're serious when they see it on you all the time. It can't be just in you. It got to be on you too as well.
Got you.
Does that make sense? You got to play it serious. I mean,
So
for example,
in you and on you, website, baseball caps, t-shirts,
right.
pants.
If you notice this, every time I make a post on Facebook or Instagram, and hashtag says Bitcoin Rodney or the real Bitcoin Rodney, every single one. So you know why? When it's going down the news feed and you see the Bitcoin Rodney, oh, let me see what he's saying because it must be important. He has his name hashtag on there. Makes sense? It's subliminal. For a lot of you guys who never even met me, you've heard the name though, because of the brand.
And you know what what I definitely give you credit for, whatever you have done, you have always branded yourself, because we've been in like 2 or 3 things together ourselves.
Yes.
And that's what I always appreciated you and followed you in, because you always branded yourself, whatever business you was in.
That's correct.
So you're awesome.
Before Bitcoin Rodney, I was the global ambassador. For the global ambassador, I was something else. I forgot. You know. You know. But
awesome.
It worked though. You know.
It worked.
You know?
Thank you, Bitcoin Rodney.
All right.
Hey, Rod, can y'all put
Hey,
that
Rodney.
information in the chat? About how to get in contact with the Telegram group and how to get in contact with you. I'm driving, so I wasn't able to copy
All right,
none of that down.
number one, the name of the group is the Hyper Community on Telegram. The Hyper Community. All right. In order to get into the Hyper Community, you must show to one of the managers in the group that you are at least a paid member of the group in order to get in. Okay. If there's an issue, make sure you just message me on Telegram. My name is Bitcoin Rodney on Telegram. Message me and I'll try to help out. Give me time, because there's going to be a lot of you trying to message me, and I need time to get to it. All right. But I will eventually get to it.
Can somebody put that in the chat so I can screenshot it?
Telegram. It's a messenger app.
No, I heard that a few times. Can they put it in the chat so that I can screenshot it and know where to go?
All right, Telegram. I wrote that right now. There it is. Hold on.
Tell them to look for the little airplane.
I know about Telegram. I just need to have that information down there so when I go back and look at it, I know what to be looking for.
Don't worry. This is being recorded, so you'll have the recording.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
Hey, okay, Rodney, how you doing?
I vote last one.
Hey, Rodney, it's a beta here billionaire. How you doing, Rodney?
What's up, bro? Talk to me.
Hey, listen, it's a technical question. Right before you go, I want to expand like you, but I want to start giving these private Zooms. So my issue is, how are you able to give present a video and share that so that the audio and everything comes out clear for the recipient, so everyone that's hearing it?
Make sure you have good quality recording equipment. Make sure you're using a good mic, a good camera, like the one I'm using right now. I have a Logitech, the Carl Zia's,
okay.
HD to the 80p. Try to don't buy anything too cheap if you want to come across clear. Invest in your business. Invest in what people see. Right.
Yeah.
I started off a long time ago with a raggedy old computer and a raggedy mic, and there was no lighting. Make sure you have great lighting as well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you can go like to find out the reviews of the actual mic and camera, and that lets you know right there what you have is good. And don't be cheap. This is something that's gonna pay you. Your image is everything. Okay, your image is everything. All right. So did that help you out a little bit?
Yes, I like that. I appreciate that. But I was
I
more
even
talking
have
about.
this mic right here called the Yeti Pro. You can't see because there's a thing here. But
Okay.
this is a great mic called the Yeti Pro. Go look it up. It's a great mic to have
Okay.
for your sound. I mean, I unplugged it for right now, but even my regular mic is okay. But this Yeti Pro Studio makes you feel a lot crisp. I mean, that's the pros use. It's gonna cost you $400-500 for it too, but it's definitely worth it.
All right, that's not a problem.
Yep.
What about the re-recorded stuff, like a presentation that someone missed, like from you or from Bitcoin Beauty?
Zoom is doing all the recording right now.
Okay.
And Zoom is a pretty good, platform. I have the one that holds between 500 to 1,000 members on it.
Okay.
So that's pretty good.
Okay.
And then make sure you do recording. Your system is a good enough amps to it to put everything together and upload it to YouTube or whatever or Vimeo, and you're good.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right.
Awesome, guys. So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna respect the man's time. On behalf of the community, Rodney, we appreciate you taking your time out, man. Your busy schedule, and I hope this Zoom has impacted many people's lives. And we'll try it again on a smaller scale next time, man.
It don't matter to me, man. If it's 166 or 1,000, you know what I mean? It's all good.
Okay. All right, no problem. But man, we truly appreciate you, man, and thanks for the way and putting the U.S. on the map. I want to say good night for everybody. Hope you got something. If you get with your sponsor, get with the person that got you on this Zoom, and get yourself registered.
Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Eric.
Good night.
Welcome.
Thank you, Rodney.
Bye-bye.